my gosh, I love this song.
Everything is awesome.
I was not surprised by the fan reaction to the first movie because I knew from the moment it was pitched to me by Phil Lord and Chris Miller that this movie was going to be something really special.
I knew when I saw the concept that if the animation was as incredible as they promised it would be, that the movie would work on so many levels.
I just was blown away at the inventiveness, the creativity, this sort of genre-bending animated movie that would speak to children but also to adults, that had these really amazing themes about creativity. I knew it was going to be huge.
I hate this place. It was really gratifying, of course, when the first movie came out, to see the fans react so positively and see audiences embrace the movie and go see the movie.
We talked a lot about whether or not we should make a sequel to the first movie. Obviously, the first movie did very well, but that's not enough of a reason to make a sequel.
The first film was so original, and so doing a sequel, you want to take the things that people love, the characters and the tone that people love, but also do something completely new. So that was a big challenge. It took us a while to figure out a story that felt like it was worthy of being the successor to the Lego movie.
When Chris Miller and Phil Lord talked me through the story that they wanted to tell, it was just such a natural evolution for where this story could go and should go.
Now that I'm letting you come down here and play, guess who else gets to come down here and play?
Who?
Your sister.
What?
Oh, man.
The big theme in the movie is empathy. As you get older, you have to realize that you have to be empathetic to your younger sibling.
The relationship between the brother and the sister, that conflict is what drives the conflict in this film. And what we explore in this film is the relationships between people and how playing together can be complicated, but also can ultimately be far more fulfilling than playing alone.
It's about continuing to play even as you grow into adulthood.
Only the toughest are gonna get out of there alive.
How do I grow up and mature and become a new person without losing my kindness, my sweetness, my imagination?
Siblings do have beef all the time, and it is important that they get along, because at the end of the day, you all you got, you know? Your family's who you got.
How does Finn play differently from his sister who's younger than him and has different interests than he does? How do you bring your ideas together in such a positive way?
I have two kids, and I know when they don't get along, it is the worst, but when they get along, it is magic. It is really special when they connect, and especially when they play together. That's really what this movie's about.
We really wanted to bring a new perspective to the audience, to bring a new character, and that new character is the sister.
In the same way that Emmett is an extension of Finn, Sweet Mayhem is an extension of Bianca. She's the hero that Bianca imagines herself to be. Sweet Mayhem is an homage to Spaceballs and Star Wars in that this pretty important character, you can't see their face or their eyes.
We've been expecting you.
Sweet Mayhem is one of the toughest characters. She's like Boba Fett of the Lego world. She's just an awesome warrior.
You attacked us!
And then Queen Whatever Wanabe.
Hey, girl, hi. She's a go-getter. She just wants to bring two universes together so there'll be peace and happiness. But see, people think she evil or whatever. They think she one thing when she's really something else.
Queen Whatever Wanabe, she sums up pretty much exactly Tiffany Haddish's philosophy, which is be whoever you want to be. She's crazy.
Okay, so I'm gonna act like I know this. I got the voice from Queen Whatever Wanabe from my soul. It just popped up like, bam, this is it. I just was myself. Okay, let's address the elephant in the room.
Chris Pratt reprises his star turn as Emmett Burkowski.
Morning, sewer babies!
But we added a new character named Rex Dangervest,
Who sort of embodies all of the places Chris has gone in the 5 years since he was sweet, naive Emmett.
I honestly feel sometimes that the writers and the directors have used me as a muse. They're like taking from my life and putting it onto screen. It was a real process finding the voice for Rex. We wanted to make sure that it was something that sounded different than Emmett. We just threw a lot of stuff at it. I think there was moments where I was doing it with an accent. There was moments where I was being really low and grumbly, and it was tricky because you have Will Arnett doing Batman, and I wanted to play a tough guy, but I didn't want to also step on what Will was doing as Batman. Emmett Burkowski's like, good morning, Bricksburg. It's a little higher. It's kind of like I'm Emmett, and it's cheerful and insightful, exciting, and optimistic. So that's him, and so Rex Dangervest is a little tougher and a little flippant, irreverent, indifferent, doesn't really care what people think about him, has a touch of John Wayne in him. And you'll notice he's laughing half the time he's talking. He's kind of laughing like he's cheered up by how dumb you are.
How is there outer space under this sidewalk?
I told you nothing in this place makes sense.
Hang on to your fronts, Planty. We're going to save Lucy.
In this film, LEGO goes cosmic. We are expanding outward into the cosmos and opening up not just the world, but the universe.
We really just wanted to make Bianca's world as dynamic as it possibly could be. It's not just a Lego set that she's building a whole Sistar system within her bedroom, so you get to see elements of her fuzzy blankets and glitter and different cut paper art.
There's stickers, pipe cleaners, glitter, paper cutouts, so it's a real mixed media world.
We just wanted to see what a different kid would make if they could make a whole universe.
We do several different styles of animation, and we just threw it all together because this little girl, she didn't have any rules to how she plays. So she incorporates the Friends dolls and the Duplo and the bricks, and she just plays in a whole different way. And that allowed us to create a completely different way of animating.
The most fun part about it for us as a team is the collaboration.
All the people at LEGO, they've been really great creative partners.
A lot of these films are done in the computer, so everything's behind a screen. But at the same time, the artists from LEGO are building characters based on our designs. So they brought all their designs to us, and it's a really special thing that I don't see on any other animated film I've worked on, where you can hold the characters in your hand, and they're tactile and they're tangible, and it was really inspiring for all the artists to see their work in their hand. I can't think of any other job I've done in animation where you get to do that.
Anytime you add new teammates, new cast members, you learn from them. So that's the best part of making any of these pictures, is that you just get better because you're around other people and you get to see the way they work and what they have to add.
It's such a richer experience to work with other people rather than to lock myself in an office and storyboard out the whole movie myself. And that's what the movie is about connecting.
I think people have a real emotional connection to Lego. I know I have an emotional connection to Lego. It reminds me of my childhood. I'm very nostalgic for it, but also it brings out people's creativity.
I definitely had Legos when I was a kid. Oh yeah. And there's all the different sets for the different age groups. So I remember like aging up, and then you get the one that has more pieces and it's trickier to put together.
I was fascinated with my Lego set. You could make round architecture, like yurts and igloos, and that blew my mind. When I amassed enough pieces, I was able to actually make a sphere as a house, which my dad said would not be practical. And so then I quit playing with Legos and went back to work in the fields. But for a brief moment, I was happy, and I have Lego to thank for that.
I don't play with Legos on my own, but I do play with Lego with my kids.
Kids love Lego. My son certainly does, and he's now at that point where he doesn't want to follow the rules. He wants to just make his own thing. He considers himself a master builder. Really, they're the building blocks of creativity. You can create whatever you want, and you can make something out of nothing.
We all have creativity that doesn't matter who you are or where you're from. You've got something inside of you that should come out and be celebrated.
How do we go back and find the positivity and creativity that existed when we were younger and hold on to that?
Anything is possible. You can have talking ice cream cones. You can have talking bananas. Really, you can shapeshift. Nobody has to stay in one form ever. That's what's really fun about this new movie, is that anything goes. There's no constraints on what you can imagine. Can we be special best friends still?
Forever.